What's going on, everybody? Today we're with a very special guest, Sylvia. Introduce yourself. What car are we in?
Hello, we're in a 2020 Infiniti QX50.
Okay, sweet.
Yep.
What dealership do you work at? Who are you? Why are we driving this today?
Why are we driving? That's a great question. So I work at 401 Dixie Infiniti.
Okay, how long have you been there for?
Well, that's an interesting story, but about 3 years,
Yeah.
give or take. Yeah.
That's excellent. So
Yep.
3 years, so you have pretty good product knowledge.
The best.
The best.
The best.
Yeah, so like, I'm not going to quiz you too hard. That's not the point of these videos. It's just like a 360 test drive. So if there's somebody who maybe doesn't necessarily want to get out to the dealership or kind of wants to see from their computer, it's a pretty good camera, as you saw.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of different perspectives. So I guess we can go from left to right. Like, I noticed Bose speakers. Is this standard on all Infinitis or just this model? Do you get Bose right away?
No, so in most of our lineup in our like more loaded trims, you'll get the Bose speaker system. So this one in particular, it's a 16 speaker Bose audio system.
And there's like a bar at the front. How many are in the front? Let me just make up a number.
Oh, in the front I could tell. I know there's 16 in
It could be one very big one.
It could be.
or like 16
individuals.
All 16 speakers, yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, honestly, the sound system in this particular model, this is probably the QX50 has hands down the best.
Like better than the QX60?
All day.
Well, why is that?
All
Is it
day.
just like...
I don't know, I think they just updated the Bose and the acoustics of it, like all of it in the vehicle. It's absolutely unreal.
Yeah,
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, so in performance series, so, you know, probably has a little bit of extra bass, a little bit of oomph, good mixing.
Yep.
I'm actually pretty surprised. I can't remember the last time I was in an Infiniti, but for a QX50, like, it feels like there's actually a lot of space in here.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it looks a lot smaller on the outside than it is in here.
Yeah. Like,
that's what most of my customers say.
This is pretty big. Like, and again, I think the two screens, like, makes it look bigger, but this is just for climate control, right?
No. So this is a whole bunch of stuff.
What? So that's a map? That's just all
that's
it is?
almost all the time going to be showing the navigation.
Sweet.
The only other things that really come up on your top screen is your 360 camera.
Ooh, okay.
And your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
So can you turn the 360 camera on
Not
at any
while you're
time?
driving.
So basically just like when
so
you're parked to, like,
under 10 kilometers an hour, you can open it up.
Cool.
And that will come up on the top screen. Bottom screen's everything else. If you're typing in anything for the Navi, your phone, climate, audio, like everything.
That's amazing. Yeah, and it's funny, like we actually just test drove the CT4 this morning, Cadillac. Totally different brand, totally different car, but I thought that was really cool that pretty much most navs nowadays, they show you the speed limit.
The speed limit.
Like, do you remember getting your driver's license and you had to try and like figure out what the speed was before? Now all you have to do. Yeah.
You can set, like, I think on Caddies as well, but like you can set a speed limit reminder as well. So based on any road that you are, if you're going past the posted speed limit, it'll actually beep at you to let you know. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Interesting.
And then in terms of the infotainment, like, is this new? When was the last time they updated?
This is updated for 2020. So this is the newest generation of these screens, I guess you can say. So for 2020, they finally introduced the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The Navi is updated, the bottom screen as well. Any Infiniti owner will be able to like look at it and know, as similar as it is, there is a lot of updates with it.
So
and it's a 3 times faster processor in there now as well.
Wow. That's funny. Jeff and I were talking about that this morning, that like literally in car reviews now, like we'll scoff being like the infotainment's too slow. Like forget the engine.
Yeah.
Like it's not loading the map fast enough.
So it's really fast, really smooth now, like a lot better than what it was in the previous generation, I guess.
Sweet. Okay, and I'm noticing like there's a CD player here.
Yep.
How many customers come in that say, I'm buying this car explicitly because it has a CD player? Like, does that happen?
Absolutely zero.
Really?
I mean, some of my like older clients appreciate the fact that it's there.
But do they use it?
They use it. Yeah.
Really?
Some of the older people, like, it's a generational gap thing, but I mean, not for us, but for them, they still use it.
That's
they love
cool.
it.
That's cool. And push to start. Can we turn the camera on now? Is that gonna work? Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Check.
You can change the view. So like one cool thing that I like, it zooms in on the right hand side. That's like your So if you're parallel parking, right?
Ooh, that's useful. Yeah, getting right to the curb.
Yeah. So you
that's
can
cool.
see so you don't
scratch your
damage
rims.
it. That's nice.
That's amazing. Steering wheel controls. Are we working with anything super cool? Is there anything we should know about?
I mean, In terms of on here, it's pretty standard.
Well, yeah, it's standard for you because you do it every day. What are these two?
Okay.
What are these two?
So this engages like all of your driving assistive measures in terms of safety. So all the warnings are typically on by default: blind spot warning, lane departure warning, your collision warnings, like all that stuff is on by default. This button engages anything that's going to basically assist you in any way. So with the blind spot warning, you have an intervention system. So if for some reason you don't react to the warning and you keep trying to merge, it'll actually pull you back to the center of your lane.
That's pretty cool.
Same thing with the lane departure warning. If you're kind of drifting, it's warning you, you're not correcting it, it'll actually help and just bring you right back to the center.
So I remember, I guess it was like a year ago when all the sports events were on, but Nissan was going crazy with all like the safety advertisements. So I'm assuming that everything that Nissan has, Infiniti has plus more, right?
Yeah. So, and the other cool thing as well, like Cadillac has it, the Super Cruise. So this basically has that now.
Cool.
It's the first in our lineup to have it.
So explain to people what does that mean? Like,
so basically, like you have your regular cruise control, obviously, which you would have to apply the brakes or re-engage anytime. Like you have to
Somebody
slow
slows
down.
You down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this one will actually brake and accelerate for you based on the traffic in front of you, but on top of that, it'll actually steer for you on any major highway as well.
No way.
So you can just
highways only.
You can technically do it in the city. Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Just because it's obviously a lot more stop and go and a lot lower speeds and stuff.
Yeah.
It is full range though. It does work from 0 to 144 kilometers an hour. So it's pretty nice and it's really cool. I actually drove back from Muskoka using the intelligent cruise control. I literally sat there
and you didn't touch anything.
One finger, because it does have a safety mechanism in the sense that if it does sense that your hands aren't on the steering wheel, just like the Cadillac, you have the face sensor, cool. I think. So this does the same thing. If you're not paying attention, it'll
nudge
nudge you to pay attention. But you can literally just chill out. It will do everything really, really awesome. So
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because Sylvia, this truck. That's okay. Well, we got a camera, so if he hits us, we're safe.
He does. Okay, I don't know what to do right
That's
now.
okay. Just go past him. Oh, so speaking of passing him, what are we passing him? Like, what's this engine? What's this powertrain? What does it do?
So this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder.
Yep.
It has a variable compression turbo in it. So this was the first of its kind for Infiniti. I'm scared of these trucks right now.
These transporters
this is terrifying.
They want to run us off the road.
Jesus.
But you know what is cool? Okay, so you know what I just saw from all this?
Yeah.
The one really cool thing that I'll give props to Infiniti that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
The blind spot warning is on the inside.
Yes.
So, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but next time a truck tries to run us over,
I know.
Check that out if you're watching. And I think that's really smart because I think it's so dumb how most manufacturers have the blind spot on the outside because it literally just looks like a car, right?
Yeah,
Especially now if you're driving, I'd imagine in the dark, you see that orange glow.
Yeah. And in general, if you think about it in wintertime, what if there's snow or ice on your mirrors?
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
Right? It's good to have it on the inside. You can always see it. It's very clear, indication.
Yeah, look, there it is.
Yeah.
Cool. That's so much smarter. Mm-hmm. It's obviously not obnoxious, but
yeah,
that's a really cool feature. What is this? Suede Alcantara?
Okay, this guy's not.
That's okay.
That's cool.
I wish you didn't press the brakes so the Infiniti safety features would just engage.
That is, yep, I could have done that.
That could have worked wonders.
Literally, no one's going to love you now. That's fine.
That's okay.
We'll wait it out.
That's all right. More time. So what is this, suede Alcantara?
Yes, yeah.
Is it suede or Alcantara?
It's suede. It's suede.
Okay.
So it's the suede headliner. So this is a fully loaded package.
Yeah.
It's called the Sensory. So it's you do have the suede in here. It's an open pore wood as well. So
this is real wood?
Yeah, it's real wood, open
pore.
My favorite thing about it is the fact that it's a matte finish. It's not a gloss finish.
Yeah, I hate the stickiness of glossy. Yeah, it's so much nicer. It's smooth.
And it just looks really, really sharp, which is nice. And a lot of times what I hear from people when it is a gloss finish, see, that's
cool.
beeping.
Driver safety feature.
There we go. What I hear a lot about that though, when it's a regular maple wood, people say it has it looks kind of like an outdated or old look to it.
Yeah.
So this is really just gives it a modern look. It looks
it does look really good. And then it's crazy. There's a lot of suede in here, and even the center.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I'll be unbiased. In the summertime, I feel like this is just a magnet for sunscreen or
sweatiness.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could be right. I haven't.
That's okay. That's
dealt
okay.
with that enough. But
Yeah, that's all right. That's cool. And then obviously you have a teeny tiny shifter.
yes.
What like?
So it's electronic, like most vehicles now.
But it's nice because it's obviously not huge profile. It kind of sits level here, so there's plenty of room.
I guess if we pull up a little bit, then I can show you. Super easy to use, and like it does. You get used to it really quickly.
Just like the switching around, and there's no paddle shifters, but do you have one of those?
There is paddle shifters.
Oh, there are?
There are paddle shifters in here.
Ooh, they're just hiding.
So park is, you literally just click the P.
Cool.
There's a little button up top here, so for anything, like, you click it into drive, it always snaps back into the middle.
That's cool.
And for reverse, you just push it up.
It's pretty simple.
It's gonna open up.
There's a camera
easy.
again. Cool.
Right? And yeah, you do have the shifters, so for the people that do like to do that.
So what horsepower? Like, again, it's such a, I feel like that figure doesn't really matter as much anymore.
I mean,
but how much does it have?
Yes and no. It's 268 horsepower.
That's pretty good.
It also has a lot of low end torque, which is really look, Infiniti's whole lineup, which is really cool. What they do, like most of our vehicles have a lot of low end torque.
Yeah.
So you get your peak torque in almost like any of our vehicles at about 1600 RPM.
That's low.
So like you're touching on the gas.
Perfect for lane changing.
Yeah, you touch on the gas, like you have the power. So like what they did with this like engine and transmission, like they tried to make it, I guess you could say, as fuel efficient as possible.
Yeah.
While still giving you like the most power possible. So it's nice. And I know people, a lot of times they hear 4-cylinder and people get turned off from it, but like amazing drive, honestly.
No kidding. See, that's the thing. Like Cadillac, the new lineup for their XT5s, they start with the 4-cylinder turbo engine, but like it drives, if you're just lane changing, like perfect if you need to get in the right lane or left lane right around the city.
Yeah.
Like it does everything you need to. Forget the number that's on paper, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. And I guess this is probably going to be picked up too, but just the size of this sunroof, moonroof, this whole, like, what is this called?
Yeah.
It's
The
massive.
panoramic,
yeah, that's it.
Yes.
It's massive.
I know, it's amazing. It opens up the car so much. Okay, something's happening.
Yeah, so we're catching an accident. Probably one of the transports that tried to run us off the road.
Literally.
Got the next guy.
Not even a joke.
Yeah, probably. And then the back seat, pretty spacious. Like it's a back seat.
One thing that's really cool, the seats slide back and forth. So there's a handle in the front, like on those bits there, so I'm sure you can see it. And then like you can slide the seat forward. So if you needed that like extra inch of space in the trunk,
that's cool.
You can just slide the seats up a little bit without having to fold them down.
Do they fold flat?
They do fold flat, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's cool too. You have some extra storage in the trunk as well. Like there's like a little extra cubby compartment. Cool. You can press on that.
Yeah, and cool. What we usually do when we finish is there's going to be some B-roll footage. We'll pull out the window, all that stuff. When we're closer, just let me know. Generally, like around like 20 kilometers, it's easier because it's slow enough. Then you get shots outside the car. But as far as I'm concerned, is there anything else you want to share with anybody? That pretty much wraps it up.
I think we touched on most of it.
So what? Okay, so let's ask: are you leasing or financing this car?
Definitely leasing.
Why? Just a better lease payment?
Yeah, lease payments are really good on the QX50. They're really competitive with the rest of the luxury, like five passenger segment.
Yeah.
Value for your money. Infiniti is amazing. Has one of the best in class warranties as well.
Yeah. So you're leasing it. You're getting warranty the whole time.
The whole time. You have 4 years, 100,000 kilometers for the comprehensive. 6 years or 110,000 kilometers for your powertrain. That's
pretty. Yeah.
Six. Six for powertrain, 4 for comprehensive.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So yeah, you're basically getting warranty the whole lease.
Yeah, 100%.
So this versus the QX60. QX60 has 3 rows. Is that correct?
Yes, 7 passenger.
And does it always come with 7?
Yes.
So always
only
comes
configuration.
With 3 rows.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The only configuration.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong. There's no model below this in terms of size, right?
No.
So is Infiniti talking about anything like a QX40? Nothing like that.
Do
you think it's needed in the segment?
I don't think so. We had the QX30, which was the smaller, much more compact crossover SUV, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And they discontinued it, and I imagine because it wasn't the most popular segment.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, to be honest. Like.
No, cool. That works.
You know?
Works for me. Yeah. So we pretty much covered it, guys. If there's anything else that we missed, guys and girls, then let us know. Sylvia is super accessible at 401 Dixie Infiniti.
You got it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So feel free, check out the video, like, subscribe. Sylvia, is there any phone number you want people to call you at?
I can be reached at the dealership.
Okay,
So
what's your dealership phone number? What's your dealership phone number?
I actually got it. 905.
We'll put it in the description. That's all good.
8825.
That's amazing. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Sylvia. This is fun. This wasn't that bad, right?
No, it's amazing.
There you go. Cool. Okay, thanks, guys. Check us out in the next one.